Robin.
Bill Burr, Joe Derosa, Bob Kelly. You might hear in the background Bill Burr saying, talking about his movie Cheat, cheatthemovie.com. Playing tonight all over the place. Well, tonight at the Clearview Cinemas, Chelsea 4. Can they just go to cheatthemovie.com for movie time?
I think they're sold out, except for Thursday.
I think every showing,
sold out.
Every showing except for tomorrow, I believe he showed up. But if you go to TribecaFilm.com and then search Cheat.
What? Why only 15 minutes?
It's a short film.
It's short.
That's a short.
Hence the name.
So we don't have a million
film
to make a long.
Yeah, we don't have. Yeah, this is how you get in. You make a short one.
All right, calm down. That's a good question. I was talking to Ann about this. Could this possibly lead to a longer version of this film?
Yeah, like a lot of films have done like
Sling Blade.
I heard Meet the Parents was like that. Guy made a short one, they liked it, and then turned it into a long movie, and then attached a bunch of
actually, the Fockers, Meet the Fockers, was actually a short in
That's
Tribeca.
what he just said.
Yeah.
He just
started with
said
Meet the Parents.
You said Meet the Parents, right?
Which was the
Well,
first
that's
one.
the first one. They didn't start with the third movie of the trilogy.
You guys could have corrected me when I told you that fucking 2 days ago.
It's just fun hearing you say shit wrong.
I hate that. I'm the one who told him that. He just fucking threw it off as his knowledge.
Yeah, but you fucked up because you didn't listen to what he just said.
Yeah, but he didn't tell me I
Why are you
sucked
blaming
2
me,
days
Bob?
ago.
You should have jumped right in from the
literally-
beginning and said Meet the Parents. You said Meet the Bob. You said the wrong thing.
You're
We all do it
absolutely right.
sometimes.
And you literally
Mike.
said it right after he said it.
I can't
showing that
defend
you weren't
myself.
listening at all.
Absolutely. I'm a fucking...
Good buzz on the movie, though, huh?
Fucking doomy.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. You know, we have a feature length script based on this written already, basically. So we're hoping to try to sell it.
Because that's what everybody told us. Said you're going to go there, and if people like it, they don't just go, "Oh, that was great." They go, "We loved it. What else you got?" So we got.
And then you got to have something to hand them right away. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And people are liking this, right?
So far.
Joe went to the first one on Saturday night. We weren't there. We were on the road. But he was at the premiere on Saturday.
Yeah, I was at the premiere of our first movie we ever did at De Niro's Festival. These fucking guys were in Poughkeepsie.
Why would you go to that?
Yeah, wouldn't you just blow the gig
First of all,
off?
because we could get gigs.
Oh, see, Joe.
Oh, damn.
We had to pay called mortgages.
Yeah, and also, my gigs. I already sold all the fucking tickets.
I know. It's just
I
I
already
was just making a joke.
Such a cunt.
Yeah,
I was just making a
He
joke.
always tries to make himself like he's more responsible. You probably fingered an 80-year-old when you should have been talking to a producer, you creep.
Oh, they got you, Joe.
They got me.
What's the gist? What's the gist of the movie?
We can't say too much with
Because
well, not in 15 minutes.
Well, there's
yeah.
a left turn. We don't want to give it away, but it's basically three pieces of shit get together to combine their piece of shitness to try to accomplish a goal.
Yeah,
okay.
We're trying to pull off the perfect heist.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. There's a character named Doc. There's a time machine.
That's cool.
The guy goes back. There's a lot of cool
it's
shit
definitely.
going on.
It starts off. You think it's a serious movie, then there's a left turn, then it.
Yeah, and it's 3D.
Are you?
Oh, wow, that's
You were at the
nice.
premiere?
Yes, I went.
Were you sitting in the audience when they were showing this thing?
Yeah.
And?
It killed. It was great. I was really actually, I don't want to say surprised, like I didn't believe in the movie, but I was surprised at how good of a reaction it got. I was really, really excited about it.
I couldn't have,
really
dude. Even
excited.
if I was there, I couldn't have sat. Just the level of powerlessness. Because as a comedian, if it's not going well, you couldn't just. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Like blame the crowd.
Right,
but
right.
The film is just done.
It's there.
And if it's bombing, there's
can't
just
adjust
nothing
it
you
at
can do
all.
but slide under your
Bill just
seat.
runs up to the screen. Hey, motherfuckers! Fuck you!
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good.
I did Dane. We did the 8 Guys premiere, and he showed a animation that he did before the actually 8 Guys. It fucking tanked.
Yeah.
Oh, there's nothing worse than being in a room full of fucking no laughs.
Oh my
Just
God.
this and watching a cartoon at that.
Good thing you could dab his eyes with $100 bills, huh? Get it?
I was nervous.
Find him.
Oh shit!
Wow.
I,
Wow.
He's found most of it, hasn't he?
Oh boy!
He's talked about it on the show. Why are you looking at me?
I didn't even get that for half a second.
Yeah.
I just, you don't get a joke. You just look around trying to read people's
Go, wait,
face.
wait, what did that
What was
mean?
the subtext?
A little inside,
I was,
but some
like a
people know
Deaf
what that's
person on a
about.
comedy show.
So you guys might have something here.
We'll see what happens. We'll see. You know, we're hoping for the best, but you know, you don't want to get your hopes too high up.
Because what do you do with this film if it doesn't become a longer feature?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
That's a cold bucket of water of reality.
Put it on
We're
a
still in
website
fantasy
somewhere.
land here.
Yeah.
But isn't that a real
Facebook on
question?
Saturday when you're lonely. Hey,
Yeah,
guys, check out this.
Here's something that we thought would change our lives.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Fucking 90 comments from shit dicks. Go fuck yourself.
You suck. Yeah, all right.
You know what? I'm
thanks.
actually willing to bet. I'm willing to
Fucking
bet.
assholes.
Even some of the bigger cunts that listen to this show will actually enjoy it. I think we did a good job.
Yeah, we're going to send it to more festivals after this one, and you know, you just hope that at one of these things something will happen.
But that's the reality. You really, it has to be longer for it to be successful for you guys, right?
Yeah. In all fairness, you know, the short has opened, you know, other doors. You know, it's like you know, we wrote this book that we have coming out that you guys were involved in for those interviews we did, and you know, so that'll be coming out next year. So that was,
and you can get the movie will be in the back of the book. So
yeah,
that's the way
so
we're going
really?
to get it. Yeah.
And it will be
Damn.
available and download for like iTunes. If you buy the book, you'll be able to get the movie
Yeah.
too.
So at the very least, we got that.
yeah, and also
Interactive.
too, like
Who came up with this idea?
with what
Cheat.
with the story for the film.
Yeah.
It was basically a true thing that happened to me, and Bobby and I were talking about it in the diner, and Bobby said, let's do this as the short film. Bill had the idea that we should do a short film, and then we were like, all right, let's think of something. And Bobby and I were talking in the diner one day, and I was telling him this jam I was in.
He was in.
And Bobby went, we should do this as our movie idea. We called
There's
Bill.
a whole
He was
woman
like,
involved.
you know, yeah.
Great.
A couple old broads are involved.
Yeah.
You know,
Make out session with an old bag.
I've known about this movie for a while now, and I still don't know what the fuck it's about because of the left turn.
well, you were going to come down on Saturday, right? You almost made it, but then because you forgot it was Easter weekend.
Yeah, which we thought was amazing. As a married man with a child, you had no idea it was Easter. That's amazing. It's amazing. You should have used a better one there.
Yeah, you didn't buy any
Is
candy.
this weekend Easter? I had no idea. He's probably standing there in a bunny rabbit suit. That's one of the worst excuses we got.
I've never supported you fuckers.
He can't even look at us. Look at us. He's looking away.
I wanted to
His
go.
wife is painting whiskers on his face with eyeliner.
I was trying to figure out how I could do that. Kind of had something else I had to do. I wanted to go.
Definitely, you've come out to all our shows.
Kill me with the jokes, but I did want to go.
But we do have to break your balls a little bit with that.
Is there another screening I could go to?
He's trying to move the ball forward.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's good.
You didn't even go to the premiere.
Huh? I don't need
That's
to.
a good point. You got a good point.
Wait, so why am I supposed to go if you weren't there?
Yeah, but I said I didn't go to the premiere because I have a gig in Milwaukee and Detroit. I didn't say I had no idea.
I had a gig in Philly with the fucking Easter Bunny.
It is hilarious. It is. Dude, I was going to visit you in the hospital, but I forgot till today it was my birthday.
Yeah.
I had no fucking idea. Shit. You know me, always forgetting stuff.
Sitting there with a party hat on, frosting on the side of his face. Yeah,
Wait, so Joe's the only one there, right?
Yes.
So you're busting my balls, but you
people
weren't going to
with
be
me,
there, and
but,
you
you
weren't
know.
going to be there.
We couldn't.
We're not giving you shit for not being there. We're just saying you should have just said I can't make it.
Yeah, it's not like we did the movie premieres are at like from 6:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Monday through Friday. That would be a different story. Saturday night for you is pretty much a night off.
He was in Philly for Easter, is what he's saying.
I had to go down to Philly for Easter.
No, you could have supported us.
You didn't even support yourself.
Yeah, but your kid's not even going to remember the
And help me out. He didn't even support himself,
out
and
of
I'm
this
supposed
one.
to go?
We're not going
I'm
to
out
get
of this
Anthony out
one.
of that
No,
fucking
we don't have
house.
problems, Anthony. We knew he wasn't showing up.
We know
unless we had
Yeah.
unless we had the premiere at like a Hooters. We knew-
DVD, I'll watch it in my own theater.
Anthony,
I don't go out.
Can I get
Anthony, the premiere is on the corner at the end of your block. All right, I'll be there.
All right. What time?
Mustang goes
20
by.
minutes late.
Can I get a copy of the movie?
We have a link.
No?
We have a link you can watch it
A
on.
secret link?
Yeah, we sent it to Kenny
I'll
this
tweet
morning.
that shit.
No, don't do that.
Oh my
Jesus,
God!
relax,
Look at
Joe.
Yeah,
Joe's like,
I don't
no,
trust him.
no.
Fuck,
I
Joe.
don't trust him.
Wait a
A
second,
man
Yeah,
who
you're right.
pisses off Ed Asner. What are you, an idiot?
What?
Don't give these guys the movie on
I
any
didn't give
level.
them
These
anything
these
yet.
fucking
Hey, why
guys,
do I
what-
get? Why
what they-
did you say these guys though?
He
You
want
guys.
a
I
link?
would just watch it at home and
Yeah,
be
no,
like,
you
oh,
can give
cool.
Anthony the link on Monday, but you can't give it to him on Friday.
I might get drunk.
Yeah, you get shit
No,
faced.
I wouldn't do that.
Live from the compound.
Hey, let's just watch the movie right here.
The
Fuck
whole
it.
commentating on it.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna put it up on the internet anyway.
You know how the internet is.
When's
Might as well do it first.
Yeah.
when's the book coming out?
Not till next year. It'll hopefully be out February or March of 2012.
Yeah, we just turned in the
Takes
first
forever,
draft.
man.
And what's the book about? Obviously cheating.
Well, no,
Yeah, we can't really. You know.
we can't talk about
The
it.
whole
what
thing
the
just.
fuck are you here for?
We'll promote the movie.
We just gave you an hour of fucking the Golden Girls. You don't want.
I want to promote your shit, but you're too vague.
They're being mysterious.
Very mysterious.
I think it's working.
This left turn must be a hell of a left.
Well, no, we're going the exact opposite of like. Remember the Speed 2 trailer? Where there's like, you know, if we got to keep this boat at 60 knots or we all die, and then they show them running around the island. They showed you right through halfway
Yeah.
the third act.
So obviously they didn't die.
So, yeah.
They're
so
on
the
the
joke
island.
I've been using, the way we're describing it, somewhere between our promotional, somewhere between Speed 2 and like the Crying Game.
yeah.
We'll give you
you're not-
a little bit of it, but then when I can't give away the twist.
With 15 minutes, it's very hard to give a little synopsis of the movie without ruining the movie.
Yeah, like people giving us shit. The trailer's too short. It's like it's a 15 minute
minutes.
fucking
but
movie.
and we can't show you shit in the trailer because then you'll fucking. We don't want you to ruin the fucking movie.
Yeah.
And all these guys will give a
Getcha.
shit about this. Once they see the movie, they'll get why you can't do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
But we were going to the party. The
Fair enough,
parties
sir.
are fucking great. Me and him went to the opening last week. Fucking, it was crazy. There were
Scorsese.
3,000 people there, outdoors. Yeah, Leary was there.
Scorsese was there.
And what's her name? The
Elton John.
Elton John was there.
How do you get a movie? So you make the movie and then you. How does it become part of the film festival?
Yeah, submit it.
You know,
You
it's-
submit it and then
With 9
So who
zillion
got
other
this?
people.
So who got the call that we
this
accepted
is
your
the
film?
This is the story. We were
Because I think that's kind of cool.
We were trying to submit it to festivals, but we're three lughead fucking comedians. We had no idea how to do it. We're missing deadlines left and
But
right.
you didn't even know.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
joining everything on the internet, like all these fucking communities. I get shit email every day from the Without a Box festival.
But did you guys even know how to make a movie?
Well, we kind of
We've all fool around with a video camera, but did you know about lighting and all that
Joe went to
shit?
school for that shit.
Yeah.
Did you really, Joe?
I went for video production, and I wanted to be a director, and you know,
all of us.
yeah,
We all
I, mean,
did
I don't
that.
know.
That was the easy way through college.
I knew how to nonlinear edit from school, and I knew how to work a camera. You know, lighting and stuff wasn't great, but that's a DP's job usually. So
Joe put
I
together
knew-
a good crew, though.
So you
put-
hired some good people that knew
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah.
Joe did a fucking crazy job directing this.
Yeah,
Really,
thank you.
when I watched it, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like,
Yeah, this actually looks like a movie.
Oh, it looks real.
Really?
I thought it was going to look like a YouTube video, but when I watched it, I was like, "Oh shit!" There's a lot of responsibility that's going to come from this.
The first time I watched it, I literally had my thumb on the stop button. I was like, the first time I
Oh,
get douche
no,
chills, I'm
you're-
shutting
you're
this
out.
off. And then I was just like, fuck, this actually looks halfway decent.
Everybody watches the movie like this. Ready? At the end of it, they're like, "That was really good." Like,
That's like
wow.
surprise. Like, wow, you guys didn't suck.
Hey,
Yeah.
what happened there?
Yeah.
No,
it was good.
This guy Andres Carew, who was our DP, really made it look beautiful, and also hired a great sound man, because that sound is so important, man. You know, you gotta have a guy that knows how to mic everything properly and have the backup. You know,
you
all
gotta
that
pick up
shit,
the
you know.
words, Joe.
Oh, Bill, you gotta get the words of the meat.
It's got to sound the same, you know.
But
you don't
we-
want the sound sounding different every.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank God for
levels
him,
all
we would have
fucked
had
up.
one of Joe's chicks just playing some fucking ragtime piano underneath it.
So
do 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 do.
Sounds like a speakeasy.
I just think it's a great story because I've known you guys for a while. I didn't know you as a filmmaker, and now all of a sudden you're in this fucking film festival, and
Yeah, we will
and
laugh-
there's a buzz on this thing.
Here's what it was our first time out of the gate doing any of this stuff. So obviously we're extremely honored and flattered to be part of this festival. So, but you know,
Not
because it
accepting
was
a
our.
fucking Oscar, all right?
Well, but-
We're extremely honored. I'd like to thank God.
I was waiting for some sort of evil to enter into this.
Let's not forget Haiti.
Imagine they're up for a short film fucking
Oh
Oscar.
my God.
We'll never have you guys back.
No,
ever.
it'll be over.
Fuck that.
I just got nominated for an Emmy for
No.
for consideration. No,
Yeah, but you got to pay for that, right?
I don't. FX is, and
Yeah, you know to win
they
it.
sent me an email with for consideration for the Louis show, the episode of. They sent me. I called the lady. I go, are you fucking with me? But it wasn't. She didn't get that. I thought it was somebody really fucking with me.
Right.
But she was like, "No, sir."
Which episode?
The mother episode.
Yeah,
I found
that was
out
a good
Mother
episode.
Listen. Yeah.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah, do you know you have there's a submission fee. Well,
Really?
one time I had a some stand up thing, And they go, do you want it to be, maybe, I don't know if this was Emmys, do you want it to be considered for a such and such award? It's like, who doesn't want to win a fucking award? I'm like, absolutely. They go, okay, it's a $600 submission fee just so they'll watch it. I'm like, isn't that job? They're supposed to be watching.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But I would have
So I paid it.
How much do I?
Of course I did.
How much do I pay to win, motherfucker?
I talked to Louis, though. I was like, hey, thanks for that. He was like, yeah. I mean, it's not going to happen, but you'll see your name.
Oh, shit.
Your name will be my name will be with all the other names that, are going to be.
It's not going to happen. Yeah, relax.
No, they're not going to have fucking bald, fat me. I know you guys don't know me, but thank you, Mom. It's not going to happen.
It's all bought and sold, Bob. It's a filthy business.
Filthy.
It's goddamn
Follow the money. Follow the money.
Bobby was fucking hilarious last night. We were at one of those parties for the festival. And it was just all the people trying to meet someone important, so there was nobody there to seem like we could do anything.
That was important.
Oh, there probably was. We just had no idea how to meet. We were classic comedians. We just ended up sitting by ourselves in the corners,
goofing on everybody.
No, actually just trashing each other, right? So at one point there was these two gay guys, in their 50s or something, wearing tight flannel shirts, and that song "Raspberry Beret" came on. And one of the guys was just starting to go all out dancing. I just look over at Bob. I go, dude, I'll give you $100 if you go over and start dancing with that guy. And Bob's eyebrows go through the ceiling. $100. And then he starts walking over, and I immediately know I'm going to lose $100. So my only desperation to try to get it back is it's got to be the whole song. Bob goes over there with such positive energy. The guy immediately starts dancing. He made the guy's night. I still got it. And
oh man!
And his boyfriend got jealous. Made this candy face.
He was mad.
You started shit.
I got to tell you, it was fucking. I laughed my fucking ass. It was almost worth. It was like a good $70 laugh.
$70 laugh. So it still hurt. The extra $20.
After 8 seconds of dancing, I just reached for my wallet. I was like, you motherfucker.
I walked over. He was counting out the 20s. I grabbed him and walked out the fucking door.
But you got to know he would do shit like that, right?
No, I didn't. I thought he would draw the line at a festival that we were in. Not to do something like that.
That's still Bobby.
And he enjoyed it. That's what killed me. I wanted a level of awkwardness.
He was a good dancer.
Bob,
He was a good dancer.
Dude, that guy loved you.
He was mimicking every dumb move I made. He was trying to do the eyes and the hands, and he would try to do it. He had a drink in one end. He was drunk.
He was so old. Bob was a hottie. He was flattered.
His little chippy.
It was like one of those equations we were throwing at you earlier.
Right, yeah.
Old guy with money or chunky young fella?
Bob was a chippy.
I'm a fetish.
Yeah. What was it like when they show it in the theater? Is it on film? Or they have some kind of video shit? What the fuck is it on?
No, it's on an iPhone. Everybody gets an iPhone.
Is that it? And everybody just watches it that way in the same room?
It's like being in a museum.
No, really, it's on film.
It's a film festival.
Well, it's not. We didn't shoot on film.
We shot on video.
We shot in HD, and the projection is HD cam. It's HD transfer.
Well, that's exactly what I was asking. More of a technical question.
Just giving you jokes because me and Bob couldn't answer that technical question.
Oh, is that it?
Hey, what are you, fucking moron? It's on a thing.
Yeah, so of course it's on film. Meanwhile, it's not on film.
Can the average person...
Festival?
90% of the short. We were in a thing with 7 other shorts. 90% of them were shot on HD.
Can you tell them?
And all that stuff.
Can you tell it's not film?
Not really.
These days, it's really cool.
In fact, the movie before us, they shot on film, and I thought it was video. And then the kid was saying, "Hey, we shot on film," and everybody was going, dude, you're one of the guys keeping it real,
Keeping it real, man.
But I couldn't tell.
Now you got to be really honest. So there was 7 of them?
Yeah.
Short films? Where does yours fall?
Well, this is funny. When it started out, we were last. We went 8th out of 8. And when it started out, the first 3 or 4 were so insanely shot. They looked like IFC films, camera going in and out of focus, all these metaphoric shots. It's all fucking heavy. They had actors in them that I recognized. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
I've seen that motherfucker.
Did you ever see Copland?
Right?
Yeah.
See Copland? Remember the paramedic guy when they make it look like Michael Rappaport kills himself and he throws the gun? Get the fuck out of here! That guy. He's in the first movie. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. The dad from License to Drive was in the 3rd movie. I'm like, fucking hey, they got the real actors.
Joe. Didn't one of them have special effects?
Yeah, one of them, the 5th movie, had real special effects in it that literally looked like Michael Bay.
This is why I didn't go. There's no fucking way I was going to go down there and be like, oh, Jesus, we are hacks.
And they were all like super dramatic, like slices of life, like fucking and I'm just sitting there like, oh, we're fucked, man. Nobody's going to want to see our horse shit. Nobody is going to want to see
shot
it.
Was done with roller skates.
Yeah, we need a dolly shot. Get a skateboard.
Get that Puerto Rican in the park. Get him over here.
And then like it just started to lighten up, man. They hit like the 6th movie. And it was like this thing about a guy's grandfather, and it was funny and charming, and people started laughing, and I was like, all right. And then the next movie was a flat-out comedy, and that got a lot of laughs. So now I'm nervous, like, fuck, I hope we get as much laughs as these guys got, you know? And then it came on, and it did great, and it killed. So I really felt like, I'm not going to sit here and go, we were the best. I don't think that. I just think that it held its ground for what it was, and I felt like it was unique for what it was. You know what I mean?
Well, it's hard to judge because you made it. So it's hard to say, oh, it was the best one out of the lot, you know.
Well,
yeah, or the worst.
Or the worst, right? Right.
He's saying that because he doesn't want, if people are listening that are in the festival, he doesn't want to be, hey, our movie's the best.
Yeah,
movie.
ours the
but I'll
best.
Say it. Ours was the best.
Yeah.
I'll say it.
You weren't there.
Yeah,
you weren't there.
I know, that's why I can say it.
You can say it. Did you edit it or
I co-edited it with the DP, yeah.
Did you were you like going, yeah, motherfucker, man, come on, leave that in, dick?
Well, I had all final decision about shit like that, but he was the only one from the production that came with me to the premiere, and it was like we were both laughing with relief when it started getting laughs in the theater.
Oh, cool.
And afterward, we were both we both admitted to each other, like, I didn't know if this fucking thing was funny or not, man. Because you sit there editing it, and you're like, I don't know. I guess it's funny.
You've seen it too many times.
Yeah. So I
remember sucks.
Brian Regan told me that about. Did you ever see his DVD? I Walked on the Moon, the one he shot at the Improv. That's literally probably the funniest hour of stand-up I've ever seen in my life. Just gutturally the whole time. And when I met him, I go, Brian, that is one of the funniest hours. And he goes, I couldn't even look at that thing anymore. I didn't even know if it was funny by the time we were done cutting. I was like, you didn't know it was fun. Now I understand.
Yeah,
like,
shit just
you have no idea.
like, I have no idea what this is. It's such a big pile of shit.
Yeah. So,
no, it sucks.
So it was cool, man. And the festival reps that we've been dealing with that have been our points have been really enthusiastic about the movie. They like our sense of humor.
And like Opie was asking, how'd you know that you were in? To give you a little call and you go bullshit and.
What happened was we were failing miserably at submitting the film. This is what would happen. Bill would come over to the apartment and go, "Yeah, we should submit to Sundance, like we've been saying." I go, "Yeah, you're right. We got to get on that." All right, I'm gonna go in the bathroom. You check it. He go to the bathroom, and then he'd hear me go, "Fuck! We missed the fucking deadline."
Yeah. Did that happen? Like we were always like
every festival.
The Yukon Northwest Territories has a film festival. Well, let's submit to that, dude. We'll start at the North Pole and work our way down, trying to spin it positive. Shit.
But now
fucking deadline
all
to
the festivals are waiving the submission fee. They want us in it, so now it's a lot easier. You know, they just they get in touch with, like,
I guess once you do Tribeca. So who calls? Does someone call you?
Tribeca is one of the biggest ones.
Yeah,
so obviously you got it in time.
Yeah, no, we're still honestly dumbfounded that we were all sitting there last night. Can you fucking believe we're in this thing?
How'd that happen?
Bobby,
go dance with a gay guy. That's a good career move. Here we go. That was hilarious.
Bobby and I have been working for management. We've been working with Leary's company, Apostle, and they called us once. This guy Jim Serpico over there. Yeah, you know Jim, right? Yeah. Jim called us and goes, "Do you guys want help submitting the film?" We're like, "Fuck yes, please." We don't know what we're doing. So they started sending it everywhere, and he called us one day, and he goes, "Do you guys want to submit to Tribeca?" And we're like, yeah, absolutely. And he goes, "Today's the last day. We got to get it in, so we'll do it." And he sent it in, and then we just kind of forgot about it. We weren't, because we didn't even think like it. And then he kept calling us every few weeks. They really like it, man. They really like it.
Yeah, and the thing is, they got like 3 women over there who once they select all the ones they can look at, each one of them watches 600 short films.
Jesus Christ.
And picks their top 20. And then then they look at the other two's top 20, and then they decide from that. Yeah, it's like March Madness to like the 9 million power.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, so we were pretty like, all right, well, what are the odds of this?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, we're just trying, just kind of put it out of our head, not getting too excited. And then one day I was in my apartment. It was fucking snowing, miserable, like middle of February.
He's painting a picture.
Yeah, yeah.
Phone rings. I'm just in the apartment, depressed. The phone rings. Right, jerk it off to GILF porn.
You have some lady baking bread in your kitchen,
churning butter, arthritic hands,
knitting you a scarf.
Gladys, quit hacking. I got a call.
I made you an Afghan, Joseph.
Yeah, and the phone rings and
literally, it's old.
And yeah, I don't know. I didn't recognize the number. I pick up, and this lady says, my name is. This lady says, my name's Sharon. I work for the Tribeca Film Festival. I go, hey, Sharon, how you doing? And she goes, well, like that. And there was like this 1 second pause, and literally in that second, I'm like playing out the million different letdowns she's about to give me.
Right.
Thank you for submitting, but and she just goes, I'm calling to make your snowy day a little better. We'd love to invite you to the Tribeca. And I was like, holy shit.
I don't accept.
Yeah.
What's in it for me? Tootsie.
Yeah. Listen, broad.
Yeah. And then she goes, we'd like you to, if you don't have to do this, but we would really like you to world premiere your film here with us. And it's like, what do you say? You go, of course. Yeah. Absolutely. I'll do it.
I didn't realize how big it was, though, until we went to the first night. I thought it was just a little festival.
You've never heard of the Tribeca Film Festival?
I didn't say that. I didn't know how. I didn't know how. I didn't think it was as.
I didn't know it's going to be big.
Huge as it is.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, all the. De
Niro's involved.
Crazy.
That's all you need to know.
And I didn't know how they started it. They started it for September 11th to get people back down into Tribeca.
Is that how it started?
I like the history.
Yeah, that's why they did
I never heard that story.
They wanted people to back into.
I know. Everybody
you don't
knows.
remember? You don't remember that whole thing?
Everybody knows why they started
the fest. City, Bob.
Yeah,
it was like, and the whole thing was, yes.
I didn't know that.
When it first was pumped out, it was like,
Dude,
it was huge because it was like, wow, we're bringing people back.
Something happened 10 years ago, evidently.
Yeah.
What was that date in
Bobby
September?
had some info that none of us knew.
It's called September 11th.
Oh, okay.
I was a little shocked. I wasn't keeping up on the fucking arts and leisure section.
Bobby thought they started it after the first World Trade Center attack.
That was good.
Commemorating sooty mouths.
I got to agree with you, though, dude. I didn't quite grasp the weight of it
now you're
until...
going to agree with me? Go fuck yourself.
Even though it's called an Academy Award, they actually have a nickname for it called an Oscar. The first time this was used, evidently, was in the 1930s.
It got its name because back in 1946, Bogey shoved one of these up Greta Garbo's asshole, and she shit, and that was called having an Oscar.
Oh, Bobby.
We
didn't know.
I didn't think it was as big as it is. Like it's fucking like these parties you go to. Like the first one we went to was fucking incredible. And I mean, I'm white trash, dude. I shouldn't be there. We're behind this section. Free food, free drinks, and I'm trying to tip the. I keep trying to tip the guy. I'm the guy that tips the toll guy because they feel bad. Hey,
you're trying to grease the waiter, thinking he's gonna get you to see a producer or something.
I just felt like a piece of shit, like I shouldn't be here. Just trying. And then a couple sat down. They've been going to the festival ever since it started. They're like total artsy Tribeca New Yorkers, and they sit down with me and Joe, and I'm just trying to keep my mouth shut so I don't fucking ruin it.
Don't fuck anything up.
Yeah.
Did you talk to any important people?
I was at a luncheon yesterday, and De Niro was there, and I just couldn't walk up to the guy. People were walking up to him, and I was like, I can't.
Yeah, that's a bad guy to walk up to.
He was texting us.
Like why?
But trying to figure out what to do.
No, he's just going. He's 20 feet away.
I was telling Bill.
Hold on. What would you say to Bobby?
That's exactly why I didn't walk up to him.
No, I told him what he should have said. He should have been going, "Come here, you.
Yeah.
Come here, you.
Come here, you.
No, you.
Oh, you're literally you're literally sitting there looking at him, watching his hair morph in your head to all his famous characters. You know? You're like Travis Bickle, Raging Bull, Jimmy from the Goodfellas, and you're like, Jesus Christ, I can't fucking walk up to the guy.
Did you almost?
No, I just, because here's what happened, man. We're at this luncheon.
What were you thinking you would say to him? I know there's something in your head.
I literally was going to just try to go, Mr. De Niro, thank you for having us at your festival. I really appreciate it.
See, that would have been perfect.
That would have been good.
That would have been perfect.
All those movie lines, he would fucking roll his eyes.
No, that is because it's like, it's you being appreciative of the festival that he came up with, and you're involved in it, so you were thanking him, and then that's it.
There were so many people walking up to him. I don't, I was saying to Bill earlier.
Just be another dick. In the shower. Yeah. Just starts back at Jimmy! You know how uncomfortable he'd be?
I told Bill.
Walk away, have this guy removed.
I told Bill if we see him again, I want Bill to walk me up to him like when Paulie walks young Ray Liotta up to him in Goodfellas and go, what do you say? Thank you.
Thank you.
Keeps coming.
This is the Kid Joe.
Don't ever rat on your friends.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. There were so many people walking up to him, and I'm just like, you know what?
That's pretty cool.
Let me just have
I
the
think you
moment
can tell
of saying
when somebody doesn't mind if you approach, and then when I'm not going to name the name, but I'm never doing it again. I was at some Christmas party, and there was somebody who I really liked, and dude, he was standing behind like 40 tables with like 9 people around him, and I remember being drunk, trying to walk over to him, like thinking in my head, like, Jesus, is it ever more difficult to get to somebody? Not realizing in my head that there's a reason.
That was on purpose.
Yeah, and then I got over there and I reached out the music was way too loud. I reached out my hand to shake his hand, and he thought I was trying to tell him to get out of the way, so he sort of backed up and put his hands up like that. And I was like, no, I really was a big fan of your show. And he just looked at me the second he thought I was trying to get by him, I was like, I wish I never came over here. I should have just.
This is douchey.
Why won't you tell us who it is?
Yeah, come on.
It was Gary Shandling.
No.
Was it really?
Yeah, and I fucking loved the Larry Sanders Show,
Sure.
and I just had to tell him, and I just could not read the situation, dude. He was behind, like
he looks like such an unapproachable guy too. Just regular.
Yeah.
Even when he's doing a friendly interview, he looks like he doesn't want to be there.
I was so bad. I was having a great time at the party. It was so bad. I wanted to leave.
So when you walked away, was it really? Yeah, it was bad, huh?
I just thought he and all his crew were staring at the back of my head, going, "Who the fuck was? What the?
Who
How
let
the fuck
him
do you
through?
not know? I'm all the way over here. What do you got to do?" And not only that, it was sort of like a private part, like this thing.
Oh.
It was private, so douchebags like me weren't supposed to be there, but just in case they were, he was already standing in the corner, and I still crawled over.
That shit happened to me with fucking Leary. Dennis Leary up in Boston.
Really?
Yeah.
Years ago, yeah.
Years ago, we were up in a bar. We were doing some
classic.
fucking gig or something up there.
It was part of Comics Come Home when it was really hot.
Comics Come
when
Home.
When they were filming it every year.
And we were upstairs at the VIP section, and the show The Job had just come out, and my buddy Adam was in it. You know, so I talked to Adam, and he's like, "Yeah, when Dennis comes up later, I'll introduce you." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." So I go to the bar to get a drink, and Dennis Leary walks right next to me to get a drink or whatever the fuck he's getting, and I'm like, fuck waiting for Adam. The guy's right next to me. I'll introduce myself.
Yeah, fuck having the smooth intro.
Right.
I'll just walk in like this.
I was like, Dennis Anthony from the Opie and Anthony show. I'm friends with Adam Ferrari. Does The Job with you. Pleasure to meet you and stuff. He didn't look at me. He put his hand up. He goes, yeah, thanks. Could I have a? And then the bartender, he goes, and then I had to skulk away, and everybody was looking
because we all watched this go down, and he has to now walk back to all of us, and we're just like,
and it was so embarrassing that when I turned around, they didn't even all start laughing. When I turned around, they all looked away and looked down like they weren't watching. It was that bad. I actually got a little sympathy from these motherfuckers until I walked over, and then they started laughing at me.
Beat him up.
But I was just like, motherfuckers. So then we finally got Dennis booked on the show. And I'm like, good, I'm going to lay into him and ask him what the fuck is his problem and everything. So I laid out the whole situation. And he goes, well, what do you want me to tell you? I'm a fucking asshole. And it's like, don't diffuse the situation like that. Now I have nothing. I have nothing.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. You just agree with it.
Yeah, I'm a fucking asshole. Great. Yeah, I treat people like shit. Fuck you.
The hardest?
Great, thanks.
I got douched so hard one time when I was in college, okay? Chris Isaac had this album called Forever Blue, and the whole album documents...
Chris Isaac.
The whole...
Chris,
I get shit on. I get shit on. I get shit on. Don't worry.
Chris
Don't worry.
Isaac.
He had this album called Forever Blue, and
you knew all the songs on it?
Was
I
the
loved
CD
it.
blue?
What was this?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, wow.
Forever.
What was the song that was the hit?
I had Baby Did a Bad Thing, and
I
somebody's
remember
So anyway, listen.
No. What was it about, like, Chris Isaac's music that just really you connected with?
The whole album documented this
You know
breakup.
this one?
Yeah, this is a great tune. This
What
is
is
from
it?
Eyes Wide Shut. Baby Did a Bad Thing.
Uh-huh.
It's a good tune.
I remember this.
You like this song? It's all
Oh,
right.
it's George Thorogood.
Very bad.
Maybe it's good. I don't know.
Well, the story's more about how he dissed me, not about the music. But I feel like I'm going to keep getting smashed.
No,
if I
I
pursue it.
definitely want to hear
Joe,
it.
tell the story.
I want to hear it.
Wait, the vocals on this isn't bad. I want to beat them up, but
It's a fucking great, good tune.
all right, I'll check it out later
All
on
right.
iTunes. Fuck it.
Well, we used to listen to this album in college.
What do we give it? So we were gonna hear that. The
We used
whiny
to-
Chris Isaac.
We used to get drunk, and we'd come home from the bar and listen to this album, and we would be like, "Oh, it's so fucking great! It's such an amazing album." Blah 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 blah. Right? So I did this show with Dave Chappelle out in Boston, and I'm standing out in front of the hotel with Dave Chappelle smoking cigarettes, and this was the peak of the fucking Chappelle show post, you know. We're outside, literally a tour bus screeches to a halt in front of us, and Chappelle goes, "Uh-oh, who's this?" Guy gets off the bus, he goes, "Dave, Chris Isaac's on the bus, he's a big fan, can he come say hi?" Dave's like, "Yeah, man, I like Chris Isaac," sure, you know. Guy walks back on the bus. I turn to Dave in the 30 seconds I have. I go, dude, Chris Isaac's got this album called Forever Blue. It changed my life. I love it so much. Oh my God. Dave goes, I'll introduce you. Chris Isaac comes off the bus. He's talking to Dave. He's fucking wide-eyed. He's so locked into Dave. Dave, I love you. You're hilarious. Dave goes, thanks, man. Thanks. Listen, man, this is my opener, Joe DeRosa. Chris Isaac turns to me. I go, Chris, your album Forever Blue is so brilliant. It changed my life. He goes, yeah, thanks. Listen, Dave, and for fucking just literally 6 years I invested in this fucking album and just was like, yeah, kid.
I would bet a lot of money Dave Chappelle couldn't name one of his songs.
Not that I know.
No.
You know?
Chappelle kept going.
You were the real fan.
Chappelle kept going, I like your show on Showtime. That's what he kept talking about, was his TV
shit.
show. I was like, right.
Boy.
Just such
you
a
got
smack in
fucked.
the face.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
sad
that's that
when
story.
happened.
Why did the album
sad.
change your life?
Because the
Never
whole
have a song change your life, Ed?
No.
A
That
fucking
changed my
cartoon
life.
could have changed his life.
Why did it change your life, Joe?
the whole album documents a breakup from start. It starts with that song, and it just documents all the emotions of getting shit on and dropped by a chick that you're in love with. And it's just it's a brilliant concept album. There you go. Ahead.
I'm not doing anything. I'm listening to you. What's wrong with you?
Finger on the button, like it's the nuke
man.
button.
What?
Just
Okay, Puckett, what's next?
But continue. I'm sorry, Joe.
So, yeah, whole breakup, beginning to end. And
you see what it is, guys.
Did you feel it was talking to you, man?
When I feel
I like when a song talks.
He
though.
sounds like a 14-year-old that it changed my life.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Anthony's just come
trying
on
to get
out,
him
come
back.
on in here.
What it is, guys,
Break
is
up, change
when
your life.
I feel a man's
your life.
penis go from soft to hard in my mouth.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
This album is the perfect
What's
accompaniment.
playing in the background?
Yes. When I feel a man shoot his greasy load
So
into my rectum trap.
So a girl fucking broke your heart, and this is what got you through it, a Chris Isaacs
No, as
album?
usual, I just live theoretically through movies and music, as Bobby
really
makes
does.
fun of me for, and I just thought it was a great album. I was like,
Anytime
this
he-
is what it would be
He
like.
doesn't have
Anytime
life
Joe-
experiences,
anytime
really?
Joe calls me up, I'll give him experience. I'll give him pep talks from my life.
Yeah.
Things I've lived through, experiences, people, places, things that I've to say. You call him up for advice, dude. It's like in Pulp Fiction, you know, when fucking Marcel. What the fuck did you just?
No,
tell
he does
me?
that. This is the Goodfellas situation where he doesn't have any like real life.
No, it's all from,
No real life
all from
experiences.
TV, all from TV and movies.
This is like that Golden Girls episode where Blair says to Tootie or whatever the fuck.
Oh, that's facts of life, for Christ's sakes, Bill.
He has a
He's the
Golden
cable
Girls
guy.
wallet.
Joe's the cable
Really?
guy.
Yeah.
That's how much he's into
Golden
fucking
Girls.
I
old.
love the Golden Girls. I think it's hilarious.
It was fun.
Chris Isaac, Golden Girls, flannels. What else you like?
You have a
faggot?
Golden Girls wallet?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Look at that.
I bought this in a
Collector's
store.
item.
I bought this in a store. I walked out with my buddy. I go, what was the name of that store? That was the gayest fucking store I was ever in my life. And he goes, I don't know. I didn't see the name of it. I looked at my credit card statement. It was called Rainbows and Triangles. That's the name of the store.
Pretty gay. What do you jerk off to those pictures?
Take it easy.
No, because you like the old broads.
He does. When he sets that thing down in the bar, some old bag knows she has a chance.
That's right.
That's porno.
Oh,
you,
you're
right?
into the Golden Girls?
That wallet talking to you, sweetheart.
Joe goes down there with his bomber jacket on.
Yeah.
What old celebrity?
Flying Tigers emblem on the back.
He has $5 bills, the big old ones from the Titanic.
Come on, let's go make out in Times Square.
Joe,
The war is over.
I'll dip you.
Name some old broad celebrities that you think are hot.
Helen Mirren's top of the list.
Oh yeah, you see the mirror picture yet?
Who the fuck is that?
I've seen her naked in she did a thing in Vanity Fair.
Someone send me the
something.
picture again, please. We've been tweeting this off and on the last couple weeks. I'll show it to you. Somebody will send it.
Helen Mirren's right up there. Susan Sarandon. I'm a big fan of.
I'll tell you a good one.
Who's
the girl who did the lap dance in The Wrestler?
Marissa Tomei.
Yeah,
She's
not
not
that
old.
old.
She's like 40.
Yeah.
Dude, 40 used to be fucking old.
She's only like 40, maybe 45.
Dude, in the 70s,
tops.
in the 70s, you were fucking old. I'll give you a classic example.
done. Is
that
How
her right
quick,
there?
how quick Lucille Ball got old.
Oh,
she didn't
wow.
look half bad in the Lucy show, and then that Mr. Moody,
Mr.
with the
Moody.
camel unfiltered voice.
Mr. Moody.
I saw Marissa
Face all creased
Tomei.
up.
I saw Marissa Tomei in a restaurant like 2 weeks ago. She is fucking beautiful.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
She's still beautiful.
Yeah, but what I'm saying though is that, like, you know, there weren't 40-year-old pinups when I was growing up.
No.
Joe. Way
Nope.
back
No.
in the 70s.
But
It had to be Barbie Benton.
but Joe's in another.
Actually,
shit.
back in the
Playboy.
day, the pinups were older broads.
they weren't.
What do you mean?
What are you talking about?
All the fucking sexy broads.
who?
If you look at TV back in the day, it was all older broads.
No, everyone
didn't
just
have,
looked
like,
old
young-
back
Yeah,
then.
Farrah
You're
Fawcett,
kinda right.
Charlie's
They were
Angels,
all in their
Jamie
30s,
Summers.
40s.
I'll bite.
they weren't.
I think you're right. Yeah.
they were all
Daisy
in their 30s
Duke.
and 40s. They had no 18-year-old fucking movie stars.
No, they were in
all-
their 20s.
No,
They were in their
no.
20s. They
No,
looked like
no.
shit.
They were in their twenties, but I think it was like late 20s,
Bobby,
early
Charlie's
30s.
Farrah Fawcett was
I'm
the
talking,
number one.
I'm talking before that.
I think
I'm not
Farrah was-
talking
I
in
think
the
Farrah
70s
was in
days.
her
I'm talking
30s.
Way back in the day. It was
Farrah
all
was in
old.
her
Marilyn
30s.
Monroe, yeah, she was like 56.
She was like 30-something.
No, dude, Betty
No, at the
Page.
end of her life, she was.
Betty Page is the first pinup girl. She was like 23 or some shit.
Yeah.
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 You know, Bob, I love you to death, but you're way off. You're way off the mark
I think
here.
Anthony agrees with
you're
me.
way
No,
out of line.
I think he's right because a lot of these, like
Little bit,
Raquel
Bob.
Welch
A
and
lot,
stuff.
of, a lot of the bitches
Little-
back in the day were the heavy was big too. They were rounder. They weren't the fucking.
That's
Well,
that's
that, yeah,
true.
that was a
but
look,
they
you
were in
know.
their 20s.
All right, now go ahead, move on. I got something true. Go ahead.
I don't know if they're in
Now, I want to hear about the old broads Joe likes that we know.
Susan Sarandon. Goldie Hawn
Like
passed the
Susan
thing,
Sarandon?
but Goldie Hawn had a minute there in the late 90s where she was like right on the money, but she's
Really?
passed it out. Dude, Raquel Welch is still fucking banging.
She is.
No, the
She
commercials
is
she
still
does,
banging.
you know, like, but they do everything they can for those commercials.
That's fine.
Like she's going, you know, with a Foster Grant commercial.
Yeah,
and it's like if you take those clothes off, you know what that's going to look like.
Yeah, I
Two
know.
broads and
Once
grumpy
the-
old men.
Oh,
too.
Joe knows.
The two broads and grumpy old men.
knows.
too.
Joe knows.
Both-
The
you
smell
don't
of
think they're
Ben
hot?
Gay
What's
turns
their
them
name,
on.
Joe?
The old broads.
The grumpy old
Oh,
men.
dude,
too.
Anne Margaret.
And the other one.
Sophia Loren.
All I think about is what that
Sophia
shit must
Yeah.
look like naked. I don't care what the fuck they look like with all their makeup on and their clothes and their hair and everything. You know what? Once they're standing there nude at the
Yeah.
bed, ready to crawl in.
I
the bottom of their
realized-
ass. You know when the old ladies, the bottom of their ass falls out when they get
Oh,
old?
God, it's just
elephant butt.
Yeah.
yeah. It's not an ass you want to fucking look at.
I realized,
Exactly. Elephant butt.
you know, once they shut off the movie floodlights, that she's got Anthony eyes. But, you know,
Hey, it's the sunburn. I'm swollen, I swear.
All right, here we go.
you got Shemp eyes right now.
I am so swollen under my eyes. I really do. So bad.
Come on, put them up.
It really is bad. I looked in the mirror, I'm like, I'm so puffy under the eyes. It's terrible.
Who's that?
Helen Mirren.
Now
Shit.
or back in the day?
That's fucking. That's all photoshopped.
That's back in the day, though.
Not, what do you mean back
No,
in the
she's-
day?
look at her
She's
back.
been around forever. She's old there. She's in front of a mirror with her fucking big and Big fucking boobs almost out of her fucking dress.
Oh, she's just smoking.
Oh, yes, smoking.
You know who's held herself together is the original blonde on is it Suzanne Summers?
Oh, that's another one way up my list.
Susan, how about Sally Field?
She's
She's a wreck.
Sally Field, I'd still bang.
Even though she has fucking bone disease.
She's a wreck.
I
She
gotta
has
be
a
honest
flat
with you.
ass.
Last time I saw Suzanne
her on the Daily
Summers,
Show.
Yeah.
she was on the Arsenio Hall show.
Oh, okay. See,
okay.
I saw her on the commercial for some fucking new thing she's selling, and it's like she went to Smile, and you could tell they must have fucking just injected her with all kinds of collagen and
Kathy Lee Gifford
fat from her ass.
Still bang Kathy Lee.
Kathy
Lee Gifford.
Wow, you like old bags.
What about Jane Fonda?
Just old bags.
Fonda's looking a little too old now.
What
But
if she
probably.
promised to tell you some showbiz stories?
Yeah, some Ted Turner fucking stories.
What about Barbara Eden?
Barbara Eden, I don't know what she
Adriana
looks
Genie,
What
yeah.
does she look like now?
Now
She
it's
looks
over.
good.
Now she doesn't.
She's got to be a
Shaped
wreck.
like Barney Rubble.
What about Zsa Zsa Gabor?
No.
Yeah.
No, she's like grandma-ish.
Betty
They
White.
can't be No.
What about Phyllis Diller?
Florence Henderson.
Phyllis Diller.
Phyllis Diller.
Yeah, once they wear boas and have those fucking Hunter S. Thompson cigarette holders, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, with the
Barbara
feather
Eaton.
hat.
Did you spell it Barbara Eaton?
Yeah, he did. Eaton. Way to go, Bobby. Hey, you got us there, though.
Yeah, wow, that's a
But you
picture
gotta-
from 1965.
Bobby, type the year. Type Barbara Eden. You don't know how to spell it, do you? So you had to type I Dream of Jeannie.
I know I've talked about this before, but that show was the most sexually frustrating show you could ever watch as a kid.
Yeah.
I remember I didn't even know, because it's pre-internet and all that shit. I didn't
Yeah.
really even quite know what sex was when I first saw it, but I knew it was like, why isn't he just hugging her?
Yeah.
Putting his hand,
Touching her.
Hugging her.
oh, master, what do you want me to do? Fucking
What do you think?
show me your boobs.
Right.
Even as a kid, you knew that.
Yeah, you knew you needed to
Like,
touch.
he should have been doing something.
Oh, he kept, Jeannie, get off of me. I have business to attend to.
What was the Dice thing where he talked about how he was mad that I Dream of Jeannie was back to back with like that girl or whatever? Pissed me off because you jerk off to Jeannie. You didn't have time to rejuvenate.
That's a great.
Oh, that's her now?
Nah, that's too long.
She's got like cheek implants or something
man,
going
that's
on.
something
Or
going on.
You know,
Botox
I'd still
or-
take a run at Mary Tyler Moore.
Oh, my
All right.
God, you're out of
She's
your
fucking
mind.
gross.
She looks
I
like a
am
praying
stunned
mantis.
by you.
She's fucking gross.
Now you've
I'm
lost us.
stunned.
She's
her
horrible.
I never had you.
She's
got so many ligaments now.
Her eyebrows.
Maybe
fell
I'm wrong.
off.
I don't know. The last I saw.
She's terrible.
All right,
Meanwhile,
maybe
I
I'm
sit
wrong.
here and think of bending over Dakota Fanning.
Oh, Jesus, Aunt.
She's legal.
Christ. Is she legal now?
Yeah,
I think
Did you
so.
see The Runaways? Holy shit.
What's wrong with that?
Whoa, was there a grandma in there you really liked?
Yeah, let's go the other way now. Anthony, how young would you
Oh, you don't
go?
wanna
You're
know.
not going to get caught.
If there were no, because I've heard this
You don't
question
want-
1,000
why would you
times,
ask?
and I've heard such dishonest
This is
answers.
such a great fucking beginning to
I've
the
heard
answer.
so
If
many-
there was no laws.
I've heard this question. I've heard so many dishonest answers. If there were no laws, no repercussions, you're not fucking anyone up mentally. That right after it's done, the fucking Men in Black thing flashes and everyone forgets everything that happened. Probably 9.
9?
I'm kidding. Look at your face.
Everyone pushed back from the microphone.
Bill looked at me with utter disgust.
Everyone just pushed back.
No, I've seen hot ass 15-year-olds. Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait till I'm sitting on the other side of the glass having that Boogie Nights conversation with you. They're so small.
You should have been alive in the Old West.
I'm talking. You've never seen a 15-year-old that was hot. Oh, shut the fuck up. You lying sacks of shit.
No, we haven't.
You're lying.
There's something about
Maybe I have.
You've
I'm
never
just
driven
not-
past a fucking when they let the school out and the girls are walking by and you just go, Jesus Christ.
You never
I'm
parked
talking
outside
about
of a
the-
school, Bob?
No. Jerk off in the parking lot.
No. You gotta be honest with this one. Be honest.
I've done it.
Be
Joking
honest.
I've done it joking with my friends in the car. I don't do it by myself.
I'm talking.
Oh my
be
God.
honest. You've never seen a girl that was probably 15 years old that had a great ass on her, great set of tits, and looked fucking pretty. You've never seen that. I'm not talking.
You know that
she's
moment
15.
you
I'm not
look, Bobby. You look and you're like, holy shit, and then you just shut it down. That's basically what happened. Okay, I can't.
It's like when you know
see your
somebody
dad.
in your,
Yeah, exactly.
somebody in your family's going to die.
No, but I would say 16 or older.
Oh, 1 year makes a big difference.
15 is creepy.
No, 15's creepy because of the shit that I took out. You say you take out all that morality, you take out the law, you take out fucking anyone up mentally, and you're saying that 16. You just said 16 because it's a little more acceptable.
Everybody has a line.
Yeah, that's relaxed. You guys are on the same page,
I'm
more or
just
less.
saying these full of shit that they've never seen.
All Bill is saying
that were hot.
he wants them to at least be in high school, not junior high.
No.
I'm just not going to admit it on the radio.
All right.
You saw all the nodding, Ann. What's relaxed?
Show me.
No, I'm just saying it's the 16-year-old is when a woman can actually, some of them you could think they were 19 or 21.
Exactly.
But 15 is sort of that
Nah,
cut.
you can still see that. And there's some 17-year-olds that look like they're fucking 12.
It's 16 and pregnant, not 15
Obviously,
and
I'm talking
pregnant.
about exceptions here. Anthony.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Here I am extending
But
an
you
olive
can't say
branch.
that there aren't any
Fucking
that
Christ.
you've never.
Show me a fucking picture. That's all
right,
I'm going to say.
I'm going to.
Show me a
All
picture.
right.
I wanna see
Bobby,
what
hold
you're
on.
talking
Bobby,
about.
All right.
you're over there. You go to this site.
Dude, the FBI is going to be breaking down this door
Someone
in a half a second.
Is Aunt pissed because these guys wouldn't fuck a 15-year-old?
Jesus.
I'm just saying.
Don't go there.
I'm not saying anything. What's that? Let me see.
AnthonyCumio.com.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I think this is safe.
Live.
Yeah,
I think.
Must be.
Yeah, but those are just going to be girls of age that look like they're 15.
I don't know. We'll see.
I don't even want to see this site. This
Oh,
is like,
it's disgusting to you. We understand.
No, it's
Why
not-
we go to fucking
This might blow up your movie career,
TurkeyNet.com.
Joe.
I didn't say it was disgusting.
Turkey neck.
Giblets
wanna-
badge.
All right, look, it's safe.
Now, what do you
Yeah,
do
they're
here?
wearing clothes.
Except for the
and
right
shit.
side of the screen is a little
Oh,
rough with
that's
the
bullshit.
advertising, but
What's
Just
this
hit
fucking
continue. We don't
warning?
care about viruses.
fuck
Not
the
my
warnings.
computer.
What are you, a pussy? Fuck the warnings.
What's the warning say?
Click yes. Let's go.
I hit it. It's not going.
Uh-oh.
Bobby's going to be crying in jail. I had a hit film at a festival. Everything was turning around.
I hit one fucking button on the computer.
Tell me, Bobby.
Dude. Yeah.
Come on.
Dude.
Oh, boy, the site might be
Yeah, you better
dangerous.
get off this site, dude. You got all kinds of pop-ups. Where's Dan? Danny usually wrestles somebody to the ground when they
he
try to go
will.
to these sites.
He
in here.
will.
Just go fucking...
Remember that day
Oh, boy, what is that
Patrice
doing?
was screaming at him?
That ain't working.
No, go to the other thing and just scroll.
Continue. There we go.
Scroll.
Oh, that ain't gonna work.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
trying to scroll.
Look at Bobby. Bobby is in the zone. Look at his.
He really
look at
is.
the tense.
Just fucking hit that or something. I don't know.
Maybe they're
we
trying
were
to tell
doing a
us
radio show, man, and they told me to go on this site, dude.
I was doing research.
How about
You don't like what? That it won't let you on the probably illegal site?
right? What? Close out of that. Now I'm getting nervous. How about Susan Lucci?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
64, I believe.
Absolutely.
Susan
I'd bang every one of the chicks on Hot in Cleveland. Every fucking last, except Betty
White.
Not Betty White, but the other three, especially that English one
I don't
that
know.
talks like
I don't
she
know the
sweeps
show.
chimneys.
Obviously, the show's for you.
Yeah. Wow, you did catch every episode, do you?
Wow, you got something going on, man.
Oh, man, I love those
All right,
girls.
we should
Yeah.
break because we got some fucking commercials we have to fit in.
Damn it.
So we'll figure it out. So congrats on the movie there. I think we got some of the info out. CheatTheMovie.com.
Yes, thank you very much.
Very cool. All right. Anything else we're promoting before we go to break?
I'm going to be at Portland this weekend at Parlor Live. Parlor Live, I guess it's called.
And I'm on
Here you go,
the
Danny.
Jimmy Norton tour.
I know. I'm trying to figure out if I can
What a
get up
fucking
there and
show
see you
that
guys.
is.
Yeah, it's
What a
Foxwoods this
show.
weekend, right? I think
Yeah.
it's sold out.
Ooh.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's sold out.
I'll be in Cincinnati.
Kenny's
Go
trying
Bananas.
to talk me
Not this
into
weekend.
it, but we would leave in the middle of the night and come home in the middle of the night. I'm like, how is that fun for anyone? Like they don't know how to go to a gig and relax and enjoy themselves. He'll pick
Oh,
up.
that's the perfect way to do it. You avoid the traffic. You
Yeah,
stay
but
away
he'll
from-
pick up Jimmy at like 1 in the morning on Friday/Saturday morning. We'll get up there, and then right after the show, we have to hit the road and come home. It sucks.
Oh, I'm leaving the second the show's over.
Are you? Yeah, but you're one of those guys that does hang if it's a cool place.
Yeah,
These guys never. Yes, Kenny.
I'm not.
Can I say two things?
Oh.
Number one, Bill, if you need anything for this weekend, let me know.
How about a ride?
Okay.
Jesus, that was easy.
And
Oh, yeah.
number
Hold on
two,
a second.
I watched Cheat the movie in its entirety.
Well, that's 15 minutes. Were you able to focus for 15 minutes, Kenny?
It's terrific.
Yeah? You like it, huh?
Thank you, Kenny. What a sweetheart.
Kenny says,
why did he get to see it and we haven't seen it?
It's a dramedy.
A dramedy. Don't say anything.
Yeah, yeah.
You're going to blow
up.
the left turn.
I'm going to. I have my hand on the dump button if you say anything
No,
silly.
it's very dark.
You like the left turn?
Compelling and gritty.
All right, be careful.
Joe doesn't have an athletic bone in his body.
Oh, thank you, Kenny. Glad
I love the chase scene.
Glad.
Is he fucking you guys
Did
up?
you like it?
No,
He's all right.
Is that the first time you ever said dramedy?
Yeah, I had to think of it. Like I knew there was a word for it.
It's the first time I've really not seen you with the sport coat on and realized you have the exact same body as Vince McMahon. Can somebody please
really
get him one of
does.
those old WWF blazers?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It's a dramedy, I tell you.
Joe DeRosa doesn't have an athletic bone in his body.
Oh, it's great. And when you make it into a full-length feature movie, I would love to be in it.
Yeah, we got a break just because we have live reads. It's the only fucking reason, unfortunately. We'll continue with Bill Burr, Joe DeRosa, and Bob Kelly next. Stay there.
Ring ding, ring ding, ring ding, pick up the phone, cunt.
Hello?
Pick up the phone, cunt. The phone, cunt. The phone. Pick up the phone, cunt.
Hello?
Ring ding, ring ding, ring ding, pick up the phone, cunt.
Hello?
Pick up the phone, cunt. Pick up the phone, cunt.
Hello?
Gregorio. Antonio.
Amy.